Good morning and welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey. So today we are going to, excuse my croaky voice, I'm recovering from a bit of a head cold. So today we are going to do condensed soups. So I've been buying these for years. I've got some in my stockpile pantry, and I am trying to get away from buying as much products in the supermarket as possible. Like, I hardly ever go to the supermarket now. I'll go into Pick and Save and get some fresh fruit and veggie and anything that's on special that I might need to restock up on. But I want to get away from these because there's nothing wrong with them, but they're expensive and they are so easy to make. I also want to have a cream of celery, and I don't think I've ever seen cream of celery here. So these are the two that I mainly use. I've got a wonderful soup recipe, chicken soup recipe that I use this with. That was the very first video that I did. It's horrid. I had my phone on a box, and yeah, but anyway, the recipe is down below and I will link it. So we're going to make these today, and they are so simple, super easy, and I've got everything in my cupboards anyway, so I'm going to use them for the freezer because they're not canning safe, and chuck them in the freezer. I've got a big freezer meal cooking day that I'm going to be doing shortly, so I will need some of these. So enough of the chit chat. Apron. Guess what I get to use today? This one. Alright. Going to get all the ingredients ready. I'm just taking the top peel layer off because I don't want to wash these, as they will become waterlogged, and I don't want that in the soup, condensed soup. But they're just a little bit grimy, so I'm just peeling the top off, leaving the stalk on because that's extra flavour. So I'll just do this for a minute and then slice them. So I've got everything ready. I've got my bowl of mushrooms. I think that was a 500 gram bag, and I've just got the ends and the leaves of some a bunch of celery. I've still got all the ribs, using that for other recipes and things. A couple of pots. I'll probably do I'll do two at a time. I'll do the mushroom and the celery first, and then I'll do the creamy chicken after that. So I'll just bring you down. So I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of olive oil on the bottom, and I'm going to use some butter as my fat. It's pretty easy. All it is it's a fat, a thickening agent. So in this case it'll be flour. If you could use corn flour if you would prefer, and some cream, milk, and some flavourings, and then I'm going to whiz them up. I don't want chunks, so we'll just put a bit of butter in both of those. I'm going to pop the mushrooms in this one, celery in this one, and I'm going to add some onion as well. Just grabbing my pouch of frozen onion, so I don't have to cut up some onion. Oh, come on, open up. We'll just let these sort of wilt down and cook for a little bit. I'm also going to add just a little bit of salt. I've got sea salt here. You could add whatever flavourings you like at this stage. I'm actually going to add a little bit of thyme to the mushroom one, a bit of dried thyme, because that's sort of like a woodsy flavour that would go quite well in there. And I'm going to use some beef stock. I don't have any liquid stock at the moment, so I'm going to put a beef cube in there. Just going to pop the 2 beef cubes in there. So that's about perfect. You can add the flour now. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of flour. Take it off the heat and just stir it. I'm just going to add some milk into there. That was 1.5 cups of milk. Let that start to thicken. I'm just going to turn the heat down on the celery. That will take longer to sort of soften. And just keep mixing your mushroom. I'm going to add some cream now. Add 1 cup of cream to start with. You want the mixture to be quite thick as well, but it will thicken up as well once I blitz the mushroom. Change back to a wooden spoon and just let that come up to temp, and we'll have a look and see if it needs any more liquid. Doesn't that look beautiful? Smells lovely. So now I'm going to just give this a whiz. With my little stick blender. Help if I turned it on. So I've still got some chunks in there, and it's thickened it up quite a lot as well. So that's about the thickness that I want. So I'm just going to allow that to cool, and then I have these containers, and I'm going to pop them in there and then label it and pop it in the freezer, and then that's there for the freezer meal cooking. Now I'm just going to carry on with the celery. So I'm going to add 1/4 cup of flour. Cook that flour off for a minute. And the scrapings, that umami flavouring. And then I'm going to put 1.5 cups of milk in there. scrape everything off the bottom. I've just added the cup of cream, and now I'm going to add some chicken stock powder, 2 tablespoons, and I'm going to add some garlic powder as well. Pepper, and a little bit more salt. I'm going to give this one a try. It's very tasty. It's perfect. It just needs to finish heating through. And I'll give it another whiz. That's 2 made up. Pop these into the containers and then they can cool in the containers so I can have the pot back. Okay, so those 2 are done. It's so simple and quick and easy. So I'm just going to do the cream of chicken. I'm trying to decide if I put some chicken pieces in it or not, or just leave it plain, just chicken flavour. I think I might just leave it plain because I don't know what I want to use it for. I can always add chicken later. So again, we're going to put a fat in the bottom, which in this case is the butter. So I'm popping that in there, and then I'm not going to put onions in this one. I'm going to put onion powder, as I don't want to blitz this one at all. So I'm just going to melt down that butter, and once that's melted down I will add the 1/4 cup of flour. You're basically just making a roux. Let that butter absorb into the flour, and we're going to cook that down for a minute. Just keep a watchful eye on it. Then I'm going to swap over to my whisk, and I'm going to get the milk ready. So I'm going to go with start with 2 cups of milk. You can see it changes. It sort of goes a little, it looks almost grainy like sand, so that you know that's ready now. I'm just going to pour it all in. So I've got the whisk, and the whisk is going to sort out any lumps. That's the trick here. Sometimes if you add it little bit by little bit, that's when you get the lumps. Like my industrial whisk. To that I'm just going to add some stock powder. That's chicken stock powder. This is Vegeta. If you wanted to use your own stock, just I would say put maybe instead of the milk, you could put the 2 cups of chicken stock and then when you go to add the cream part, you could just add cream rather than the milk. That makes sense. I'm just going to add a little bit of pepper as well. I'm going to add some garlic powder. About a teaspoon of that. The stock powder has salt in it, but I'm going to add some salt as well. And I'm also going to add onion powder. That will give it the onion flavour that we're looking for. That's nice and super thick now. I'm going to add a cup of cream. Yeah, the thing is, you know exactly what's going into this now, and it's all ingredients that you know and use. Okay. Little lumps are out, so I can swap back to the wooden spoon. I'm just going to heat that through, give it a taste, and then that's it. It's as simple as that. And from there you can use these condensed soups for so many different uses. And as I said, you'll see me use them in the freezer meal video coming up. I'm just doing that so that it's the same amount. So there we've got the chicken, beautiful mushroom, and the cream of celery already. Once they are cooled, I will be popping a lid on them, writing the date and what they are, and popping them in the freezer. So it's as easy as that. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. As you can see, it is so simple and quick to make up the condensed soups. It probably would have taken me 15 minutes all up to make all three if I wasn't stopping and starting with filming and whatnot. So I'm just going to grab them. Here they are. Lovely looking soups. There's the celery. Look at the mushroom, so beautiful. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.